Flabbalooby, good morning everybody. It didn't get fixed last night. I'm gonna fire second shift. Yeah, they're about worthless out here. Oh yeah, perfect. Let's just look at this thing. Let's put our peepers on it. Okay, this one's got to go up just a little bit farther than the other one. I'll probably cut it up in here somewhere. Now, let's see. Yep. That again. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cut and dry, about the same. But look at this. Great. I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing with this one that I did with the other one. I can just about imagine. If there's no holes though, it won't get cut out. That's what he told me. Alright, well, nothing to it but to do it, right? Alright, let's get her done. I think I'm going to start on this door first. Get it taken care of. I'm hoping I don't have to rebuild the whole bottom of this door again. That's a day's labor. Oh, well. Oh, well, yeah. Actually, it looks to me like this side's even worse than the other side. Dag nabbit. The other side, I didn't have to rebuild the inside. This one, unfortunately, is worse. Dang it. We'll start calling this one one delay. One delay, one delay, one delay. Yippee. Well, this side is worse. Great. He's going to be real happy about that one. I hate doing up charges, but I got to cover the labor. I'm really surprised this side. Oh yeah. Never mind, I ain't even looking at that yet. Ooh. Oh, that was ugly. I'm really surprised the passenger side's rotted out more. You know, you normally start on the worst side first. Generally, that's the driver's side because, you know, if they're parked on the side of the road and the plow trucks come by, they're always throwing the crap salt slurry, all that on the driver's side. This side, or this truck, it's obvious the passenger side is worse. So I guess we make another panel there, and then I'll get the outside cut, and then I'll come in here and make a new panel from here. I'll stop it about right here because that ain't bad there. Great. I did not expect it to be this bad, but it ain't getting done with me complaining. Nothing ever gets done with you sitting around complaining. So let's get at it. Well, let's hit this thing with a wire wheel. A lot of times that'll uncover some more ugliness. So yeah, it's Friday. Let's do that. Let's just make it ugly. I ain't even gonna worry about it in here because, you know, it's all coming off. This up here don't look hateful, I guess. I'll probably come up, out, up again, and then just leave a tab sticking in. I'll probably split it right there. That's not hateful. I guess I should get to the outside because that's the skin that I need to get on there first. This, once I get that skin hung in place, I can bring it in and slide it down into the hem joint, hopefully. Yeah, let's get to the outside. Let me move some stuff. I'll bring you on the outside here. Oh man, it is like really dark outside. You would think it's about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And that rain is like a really light mist. It's humid. It's like 85% humidity right now. What Ohio weather, man. I don't know what to tell you. You're not gonna believe this. The outside has no holes. Let's just hit it with a real grinder. Well, that's fine as frog hair. I ain't gonna mess with it. Okay, so that brings us back to the inside. I don't know if you can even see. I don't have my monitor on there. The lip is gone. But honestly, I ain't just too concerned with that. I'll get that panel made and put in there. I'll just spot weld through. Get that secured. I gotta get it all undercoated, don't get me wrong. And then spot weld through. I think it'll be fine. All right. I'm gonna take care of that lip a different way. It's gonna be fun up underneath, but you'll see how I do that. I'm gonna say this is still solid up to about right here, so I think I'll cut it. No, I don't like that. I'll cut it on this side. That plug don't even need to be there. It's just these holes. So I'll go, let's say 13 inches. If I come up 1 inch there, let's say 3 inches. And I'll do the hem, should be the same as the other side, 1/4 inch. I'll do the hem on this piece, folded up flat. Okay, so 13 by 3 1/4. And then I'll come back and get all the detail measurements. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, let's go get a piece cut and go ahead and get that piece hemmed. Man, it's nice to have a power shear. since I just did this, I know it's already set up. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Now, since I'm not going around that other lip, this is going to be a false lip, basically. I'm going to go ahead and hem that over and then flatten it out. You can see that. Oh, there you go. I didn't bring it all the way over, but I'm going to show you a trick to bring that the rest of the way. I put a wider die in. Let's get you over here. I'm going to put the flat side up. That way this is down below. Now see, that brought it farther on down, but not far enough. Still just a little bit more. And a little more. There we go. See? Perfect. Now it's perfect. And see, that has no hammer marks in it. Nice and clean, nice and flat. Alright, I got my 1/2" bottom put back in there. I'm gonna go get this marked on my bin lines, and I'll be right back. Hold on, guys, I gotta rethink this. I think I marked that on the wrong side. I did. I marked it on this side. It needs to be on this side. See, I need more bend. That one there looks good. I need just a touch more bend on these two. Yep, looking good. That one's a little bit too much bend, but that's okay. As I put it in place, that'll push out on that. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of primer in this area. That way I can put a pencil mark on it and be able to see what I'm doing here. Alright, now I gotta let that cure. Alright, so I'm gonna set this up here in place, lined up with the bottom. Right there. And I'm just gonna trace the ends and the top. Well, there. Okay, now I'm going to split these, and then right here I'm going to split that lip because it's still attached there. Up here it's right at the edge of where it's attached. I'll get that piece out of the way and then clean up the back side of that skin, make sure it's not, you know, all the way through or nothing like that, and get it undercoated. Remember not to go through the outside door skin. That would suck. I'm gonna have to find my little cutoffs for the air die grinder thingy-majigger because I can't get up high enough on the ends. Okay, that side's loose. That side's not yet. Yeah, it's loose. All right, now I don't know where I put those small cutoffs. All right, I'll be back. I gotta go try to find them. I found them. You'll never guess where I found them. You never guess. Yeah, maybe you will. The last place I used them. These are a little thicker than my 4-inch ones that I use. I gotta be a little safer with these, you know. Now, I think I can get that with the regular grinder, but I am going to have to move you guys because, you know, I ruined my lens again the other day. Well, at least I've got a screen protector on this one. So I just got to buy some more screen protectors. There it is. All right. They look good, man. Yeah. Awesome. Now, I'll clean the inside of that up. Ouch. That was a kneecap. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to put just a touch more bend in this bottom one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she pretty. Okay. I'm gonna get the back side of this and inside of this undercoated. Alright, let me go grab my undercoating. Well, that thing's spraying funky today. that? I didn't think so. Alright, I'm gonna set this up and spray it. Alright guys, I got it undercoated and it's dry. Let's see if we can't get this lined up. About like that. Right there. Awesome. Alright, so the bottom corner on both sides is right in place. I'll have to show you what I'm going to do down there. Let's see, where'd my little bit of screwdriver go? Need both hands. There we go. Okay. How am I going to get that one? Come on, Nabia. Yeah, I'll have to walk it, I guess. That'll work. Sucks bending down underneath this thing. I need to really consider getting me a 2-post and a 4-post lift. Okay, those look good. Now, this area here is kind of indented, so I'll have to do that number right there, and then tack the end and tap it. Okay, I like that. Now I'll go through and weld all this up before I do the bottom. Yeah, I think that'll be the best bet. Best bet. Alright. I forgot to plug my light in last night, so it's dead. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Let's see if we can't get this thing welded up. a minute, guys. I'm working with a guy right now who's interested in my Kodiak. Come on. And hey, now hold still. Yesterday I said I didn't want to cool it because of heating and shrinking and all that. In here I'm not worried about it, it's the structure. gonna be kind of fun. Man, why is this thing spitting so bad? Good way to get the burn in the beard. Alright, let that cool for a minute. Nothing like eating a spark or two. Alright, let her cool again. Well, I didn't want to bore you with all the tacking and letting it cool, tacking, letting it cool, so I went ahead and finished all that. And now I'm going to start cleaning it up.
Huh?